Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, April 21st, 2015. This is Jennifer. It is exactly 1 week from my birthday and I am celebrating with my Fandom and Stitches Project of Doom group on Facebook by having a huge fat quarter lotto. I showed you guys some of the fat quarters last week. I did want to update for anybody that didn't see it yesterday. There are now 188 fat quarters in this fat quarter lotto. I think I'm going to split them into sets of 50. I've had numerous people tell me they're still sending fat quarters in. So if I can have 4 sets of 50 plus, then that will be great. And then I'll have 4 winners, which I will announce right here on Talk to Me Tuesday next week. The Project of Doom 2015 is moving right along. Last week was this block, which is 15, and we start a new row this week. Last week was Tom Riddle's Diary, and I did a couple variations. There was Tom Riddle's Diary, a Tom Marvolo Riddle version that is not damaged because the original one has a giant hole in it from the Basilisk Fang, which was earlier on the shelf. And then I did, there was a plain version where you could do just a book. And then I did an entirely different version, which is what I made for my sister's quilt, which is, this is actually Gilderoy Lockhart's Peacock Feather Quill with purple ink. So I did work on my crochet this weekend. I showed you guys last week I had started a sideways shell, so this is what it looks like so far. I made this a little wider than the Project Linus sideways shell pattern. I think I added 12 extra stitches. It might have been 24, but I think it was just 12. And we had a large donation of a bunch of smaller skeins like this that are acrylic, poly, and nylon, which are absolutely okay for Linus because they're totally washable. And so I'm using the entire skein for a stripe. So I did a whole skein of white and a whole skein of gray and a whole skein of white. And this is actually sort of a charcoal and then another skein of white and then a skein of this. So I'll just keep alternating until I have the whole thing done. And then I think I'm going to do the border in black. I have a skein set aside just for that. And when this is all done, it'll of course be donated to the Linus Connection. So I do have something fairly exciting to share. It is almost time for another issue of Quilt Maker's 100 Blocks. And I've actually lost count. I'd have to sit down and look, but it's either my 6th or 7th Quilt Maker 100 Blocks. So the very first week in May, I will be part of a blog tour for the next 100 Blocks, which is volume 11. And I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek here. And without pointing it out, I will tell you I do have a block on the cover again. So the first week of May during the blog tour, I will be giving away at least 1 copy of this. Quilt Maker makes it possible for us to give away a copy, and I usually give away an extra copy, so be sure and look for that. And I will be selling this copy in my Etsy store as well, so you can have not just my pattern but the other 99 patterns that are in this for $7 plus shipping, which in the US, for me to put this in a brown envelope and mail it to you first class, it costs about $3. So for $10 you get 100 patterns. So I'm sure the math is pretty easy on that one. That's a pretty good deal. So so you'll get 100 patterns. One of those patterns is mine. There is another Fandom and Stitches designer in this one as well, so I'm excited about that. And again, I will have these in my Etsy store available for pre-order the week of the blog tour. And then as soon as I have them to ship out, this is just my preview sample. As soon as I have them to ship out, I will definitely have those in the mail. I try to get them in the mail the same day that they're ordered, so usually I'm able to do that. Hey guys, it's Friday. I have Linus tomorrow, and I just wanted to check in really quick because I just finished quilting and binding this Stars for Linus that I finished the top 4 at retreat in March. And so as you guys know, I was sick on Tuesday this week, which is last week when you're watching this. But I'm finally feeling better today. My throat's still a little bit sore and I have still a little bit of drainage and whatever, but I'm feeling a little better, have a little bit of energy today. So I wanted to get something done for Linus that was not website or photo related, because I do that for Linus too. And so I got this quilted. I just free motion quilted it and got it bound, and I wanted to show you the back. I used this really pretty floral that was donated by my friend Sarah, and friend Sarah will hopefully be joining us on Talk to Me Tuesday soon. And if she's watching this, Sarah, why aren't you recording? So that's it. I'm going to send you guys back to the future. So I have one last thing to show you guys. I'm working on a vest for my husband. This is just the muslin mock-up for him, and I have a bunch of marks on here for me to make alterations to this. So basically, my husband is 6.5 feet tall, and he has a 50-inch chest, which measures, if you buy a pattern that says XXX, but he actually wears an XLT, so he's long and he tapers down like this, and so there's a 10-inch difference between his waist and his chest. And so in order to wear this basically looks like a tent on him. So I'm gonna bring in the sleeves here so that the arms are a little bit lower, and then I have to bring in the sides. And I've already got darts in the front, and it will have a little belt in the back, but he's been wanting a couple of vests to wear for dressier occasions for a while now, and we haven't been able to find anything that fits even remotely. And after discussing it, I explained that it would be a lot easier for me to make it from scratch than to take something that he bought and try to alter it, because then I have to remove the lining and I don't want to do any of that. So I would rather just make the whole thing from scratch. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some different fabric for this, but the first thing was to create a pattern that fit him properly. So I actually started with this Simplicity. It's 1506A, and this goes up to a 5X. So this is the 3X pattern, which I am altering to fit an XLT, which is very interesting. I used to make a lot more clothing and costumes, and I haven't done that in a while, so I'm having to relearn reading a garment pattern, and I'm having to remind myself to use a 5/8 inch seam allowance, because normally I quilt, so 1/4 inch seam. So I am having to remind myself of some things, but it's fun. It's not tedious or unhappy making. It's just getting this to fit him correctly so that I can go ahead and make this in the fabric that we bought to make the actual vest out of. The other thing that happened in the last week, which was very exciting, was my husband and my son built a desktop for me. My husband picked out all the parts. You guys probably already know by now, he's a software engineer. He is a computer guru, and he picked out every part based on knowing what I wanted to do with it, knowing that I wanted to design patterns on it, and I want to edit videos on it. And so he took those specs into account, and then he built he accumulated all these parts, and then he and my 17-year-old son spent a good deal of Saturday, I think, putting together this desktop, and then I spent a lot of Saturday evening and Sunday getting all my software on it, transferring my files, and doing all that stuff. It is up and running, and it is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to editing this video today, because it will be the first video I've edited on the new machine, and knowing how much faster everything else is, it should be fantastic. So you guys don't forget that there is a prize for sharing your videos on Talk to Me Tuesday. So that is ttmt.livejournal.com. We want to hear from you guys. We know you're watching because you comment, and we know that you guys are out there. And I know from talking to a few different people that they really want to make a video, but they're nervous. So if you are one of those people that wants to make a video, but you're nervous, I have a couple of hints for you. One, you do not have to make or produce video that has an intro and an outro like my video has. You can sit down in front of your webcam and directly upload to YouTube and just talk for 5 minutes, tell us what you're doing, show us your show and tell us what you like to make, tell us a little bit about yourself, just introduce yourself. And then once you upload that video and it processes, when you go to the page where the video is, underneath it there's a share button. And there is a LiveJournal icon on there. You can click that LiveJournal icon and post it directly to Talk to Me Tuesday. So as long as you're logged into LiveJournal, it will pop up a window for posting to LiveJournal, change it to TTMT, and it will just post your video directly to Talk to Me Tuesday. You don't even have to go to LiveJournal to do that unless you're not logged in. Then you have to log in and then you do that. But it's super easy. You guys can totally do this. It's really easy. You don't have to have a long video. You don't have to have an intro. Just tell us who you are, share your stuff, and then post it on TTMT. In May, I will be the one giving away the prize, and I'm going to have a special giveaway for everyone that posts once a week in May. So not only am I going to do a giveaway for everyone that posts in May, but I'm going to do a special giveaway for people that post each week in May. So you guys be sure and look for that. This month's giveaway is by Robin Bird 2, and she is giving away one prize for each week. So she's giving you 2 options for every week, and you can pick A or B during each week in April. and at the end you'll get 4 prizes. So that's enough of me jabbering for today. I really do hope you guys will post your videos. I really want to meet you. Get in there and say hello, and if you used to do Talk to Me Tuesday and you haven't done it in a while, jump in and say hi. And that's it. I'm really going to stop talking now. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.